In life, man, we got to understand that we have control. We got to understand that we can break any cycle that we've been accustomed to. Anything that we've been used to dealing with, we can stop it. Because if we really want something and we really want to achieve things, we can't do everything. And sometimes we got to leave the people we know in our whole lives. We got to leave the circles that we know in our whole lives, because it's not going to bring us good. It's not going to bring us to the promised land. It's only going to do is hold us back and keep us in a circle of like us chasing our own tails. Come on, we got to be cycle breakers. We have to be cycle breakers. Cycle breakers. We have to be the people who break the cycle in a great way. We're not trying to hurt nobody. We're not trying to scam nobody. We're not trying to play nobody. We're trying to make sure people be successful. We're trying to make sure people break them bad habits, them bad family generational habits, or bad things they know in all their lives. We got to break that to be successful, because some things that we're doing is not the things we should be doing to be successful. If you want to be, you got to be a cycle breaker. Cycle breaker. Shout out to my boy Dollar Bill. You know, he's a cycle breaker. Cycle breaker, man. Because that's what it's all about. It's all about breaking the cycle to achieve more and do more than when you was young, or when you was a preteen or adult, whatever it is in your life. Everything's about doing more. So if your people didn't want to study, your level is studying, reading books. You're breaking the cycle. You're going to read books. If your people ain't going out and have family outings, guess what? You're going to break the cycle. You're going to have family outings with your family. If your family is saving up and going to buy a house or real estate or any type of business, guess what? You're going to break the cycle with your family. Breaking the cycle is easy. It's all about, do you want to achieve more? Do you want to be different in the right way? Or do you want to be different and be like everybody else? Cycle breakers. You have the opportunity today. You have the chance to do it. You have the goal, the mindset to do it. You have the success. You have the ability to do it. You woke up today with 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 eyes, 2 ears. You have the chance. You have it all. You have it all to break the cycle. Now it's all up to you. What do you want to do with it? Do you really want to take it to the next level? Do you really want to go to the skies? Do you really want to set the bar for the people that's coming behind you? It's all about being a cycle breaker. Your life is achievable. Anything in life you want, you can achieve it. If you put the dedication to it, if you put the support to it, if you put the goals to it, the plans to it, you can make it possible. Be a cycle breaker. Don't be a person that's just going with the flow. Don't be a person that's just letting life take them. You take control of your life, because guess what? This is your one opportunity. Your one opportunity in this life. And if you don't take advantage of it, you will miss out on this opportunity in this life. And I can't promise you that you're going to get another one. I don't know what happens after this, but I can tell you right now, in this life, if you don't take advantage of your opportunity, you will not be successful like you want to be. And that will be a problem to your life, because you will live with regrets. You will live with what I should have did, what I could have did, what I wanted to do, when you had the opportunity to be successful. When you had the opportunity to take it to the next level, because you have the opportunity today, because you woke up. You won. You woke up. So now let's go break the cycles. Now let's go achieve the impossible. Now let's go hit them doors that we never thought we could do. Now let's go talk to them people that we never thought we'd talk to. Now let's go do it, and do it. Because our life depends on it. Our life depends on it. We have to break the cycle. Today, we're going to break the cycle. Tomorrow, we're going to break the cycle. The day after that, we're going to break the cycle. We're never going to stop breaking the cycle. We're never going to start saying, hey, we couldn't do that 5 years ago, but now we can. We're going to break the cycle, because we want more. And if you want more, you got to go get it. They ain't bringing it to you. You got to go knock down the doors in the right way. You got to go boom, 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 I'm here the right way. Because this is your opportunity. This is your opportunity. And if you let your opportunity pass you by, you will not be a cycle breaker. You'll be a cycle continuer. Yeah, you'll be a CC, not a CB. You'll be a cycle continuer and not a cycle breaker. We want cycle breakers. We want people to do things as abnormal, do things as not what everybody else is doing, to stay in your own lane, pick your niche, and you go full flesh, because guess what? That's your thing. And you're going to break a cycle in your own community, in your own life, in your own state, in your own city, in your own world, because what you're doing, you know that people need your services. You know the young people need you. You know the older people need you. You know the women need you. You know the men need you. You know the kids need you. You know what's needed. So you have to be the one to break the cycle. Mom might not know. Sister may not know. Brother may not know. Girlfriend might know. Boyfriend might not know. Nobody may not know. Only you may know. Only you may wake up and say, dang, why do I think about it? Wow, it's coming to my mind. Why is it just on me? Why they not think about it? Why they not concerned? Or why they not really up at 5 in the morning and think about how can I make the next thing? Because guess what? Their life ain't your life. Their life ain't your life. What they think about and what they think they have to achieve in their mind is supposed to be different. Because if you're thinking about conquering this, and I'm thinking about conquering this, guess what? Both of us together, we're going to conquer things. And if we're thinking about, hey, we want to change this over here, you want to do that, and I want to change this over there, guess what? Now together, we're going to break the cycle. Now, not only did we break one thing, now we broke two. And we're on the way to break many more. So I want to let you know, break the cycle. Be cycle breakers. That's the new thing. We're going to start a Patreon of cycle breakers. I just want all people that's breaking the cycle. I want all people that's breaking the cycle. I don't care how you doing. If it's hair, if it's real estate, if it's business, if it's food, if it's whatever it is that you're doing in your life, that you're making a difference in your life, in your community, your family life, and the people you know. That right there, you being that person, I need you. I need you. I need you to be an advocate for the world, because being a cycle breaker, being a person that just takes something and changes it up and puts a monkey wrench in it and to make it be better. Not a monkey wrench to make things be worse. No, we're not breaking the cycles for things to be worse no more. We're not doing that. We're going to break the cycle to be something so positive and so mature that guess what? When anybody looks at you, when anybody talks to you, they want to be just like you. We're building role models. We're building role models. We're building role models. Cycle breakers, we're role models. We're role models because to the world may not know that they're living in a cycle. The world may not know that they've been doing the same thing for 20, 40 years. They may not know, and that's okay. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to say I'm better than you, because I'm not. I got my own life problems. At 16, I ran away. At 16, I stole my grandma's car and wrecked it and crashed it. At 16, I went to jail. Being around grown men. At 16 years old, I experienced that. And all because I wanted to do things that I should have been doing. It wasn't right. It wasn't right to take my grandma's car. It wasn't right to run away from home when I was young. It wasn't right to steal. It wasn't right. But everybody in my world was doing those type of things. And it was a cycle of that type of energy of just bad stuff, do what you do this, and get over and all this. It was all the manipulation. It was all that. That was a part of the cycle. But guess what? We gonna break that. Because see, that ain't about what my people did. That ain't about my dad and my mom. No, that ain't about that. See, that's about me. And what do I really want to do? Because see, you can blame people all your life. You can say, hey, this person wasn't there, that person wasn't there, they should have did it. No, the question is, that's already null and void because that didn't happen. So the thing is, what is you gonna do for your life? What are you gonna do to turn the knob and say, you know what? I didn't have those things, but it's okay if I don't because they're gonna come. What is going on with that? Because guess what? You have to make a custom in your life and say, you know what? That didn't happen, but I'm gonna break the cycle. I'm a cycle breaker. How you say it with me? I'm a cycle breaker. I'm a cycle breaker. I'm a cycle breaker. Yeah, we're cycle breakers, man. Because we gonna break the cycle, man. We gonna make things happen that people didn't think could happen. We gonna open doors that people's like, man, that door ain't never gonna be open for me. Or man, I can never get my song on the radio. Or I can never buy a piece of real estate. Or I can never get into the stocks. Or I can never buy my mom a home. Or I can never buy a car for my family. Or I can never take a vacation with my family. Or I can never go to this state or go to this country. Or I never could, buy those type of whatever it is in the world. You can do it. You can do it. Because to break the cycle, the only thing you gotta do is have a plan. If you got a plan, you can be successful with anything you do. You can break the cycle with a plan. With no plan, you can't break the cycle. You can't break the cycle. You don't got no plan, you're not a cycle breaker, you're a cycle thinker. Because you're thinking about breaking the cycle, but you ain't ready yet. And that's okay, because we need people to be cycle thinkers before you be cycle breakers. You know what I'm saying? I need you to be a cycle thinker, Psycho, not psycho. Psycho thinker. I need your thinking to be like this. And then once your thinking is like this, then you're going to be a cycle breaker. Because then you're going to break right through that. You're going to break right to the thinking, to the doing. You'll go from the thinking to the doing. All right. So it's really about what do you want? Because I can want it for you as much as I can want you to be so successful. I can want you to be so great. I can see the potential in you. I can say, you know what, you're a star. But if you don't believe you're a star, and I said this before, if you don't believe you're a star, how am I supposed to make you a star if you don't believe you're a star? I can make you a star if you believe you're a star. Let's break the cycle. Let's be cycle breakers. Let's achieve the possible, because nothing is impossible. Everything is in reach. We done seen people be president. We done seen people be millionaires. We done seen people be streamers. We done seen people be athletes. We done seen people be singers. We done seen people be comedians. We have seen a lot of people break through a lot of things. We have seen a lot of people break through a lot of things. So I'm just letting you know, it's possible. Your life, your success, what you want to do in life. And even if you don't want to be successful, just living. Just living. You have to be a cycle breaker. You got to worry about how you eat. You got to worry about how you sleep. You got to feel how you take care of yourself, your health, all those things. So it's not, even if you don't want to be, well, Trey, I don't want to be a millionaire. I don't want to be a billionaire. I'm okay with my natural life. Okay, I'm with you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But let's make sure we're working on those little things, not even look those big things that come into your life of health, how you eat, sleeping, working out, all these things, your vitamins, all these type of things. Care for yourself. That's a cycle breaker too, because maybe your family didn't take care of themselves. Maybe your family didn't take medicine. Maybe your family didn't go to the doctors. Maybe your family didn't, worry about how many hours of sleep they get, or worry about if they ate the right things, or was it healthier. They did not have a lot of salt and this sugars and all this. That is a different thing. And yes, you can still break the cycle on that. So it ain't about being successful. It's not about that. It's about understanding that this is a life that you have to live. And guess what? You need things to live. You need to be in a certain way to be healthy to live. So anything you do in life is about breaking a cycle. Whether you get up early, whether you eat, whether you go on a job, whatever you're doing in your life after school or after work, or whatever you're doing in your life, right? That you seen not done when you was younger, or things as you got older and you see things not done. You can change the narrative. You can change the narrative because you have the opportunity to. You have the opportunity because you're a cycle breaker. But first, be a cycle thinker. Be a person that thinks about what breaking the cycle could look like. What it could look like if I go up to a couple of people and say, you know what? I don't think you guys should be smoking, man. They're smoking. I don't think y'all should do that, man. Right? Now, I can't tell people what to do, but I can offer the idea of saying what I think is important for a person. Right? So that alone, me speaking up, is breaking the cycle, because a lot of people have not spoke up to a lot of people that they see doing things. And I'm not saying it's wrong, right? Because whatever you want to do in your life, that's what you want to do. I'm not here to judge you, right? But if you know that you have to have a drug test for a job, and you've been smoking, and you got to have a piss test for the job. Now, is that the smartest thing to do? Is that the smartest thing to do? So, it's just like eating. If you're trying to lose weight, should you be eating at 11 o'clock? Should you be eating the extra rice and bread and all the snacks and all that? Should that be what you be trying to do? Or should you say, you know what, I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to eat better. I'm trying to be more healthy. Let me cut back. Let me break the cycle of just thinking, hey, I got money. I can go buy it because I got the money. Or I got food stamps. I could just go swipe the card because I got it. No, we got to break the cycle to understand, yes, we have a lot of things, but how we use them and what we do with them means the world. It means the world. It means the world. And that's how we can go from regular to incredible, because we understand that, hey, we want to get to that level. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to do what we have to do to get there. We're not just going to be a cycle thinker where we just thinking, oh, man, it would look nice if I was in shape, or it looked nice if I could, get that promotion at work, or it'd be nice if I could be a star athlete, or it'd be nice if I could, talk to this person and hang with this person for a day. It would be nice. It can all happen if you break the cycle. It can all happen if you choose today, not tomorrow. You got to choose today. You got to choose the day that I'm going to be a cycle breaker, because you've been a cycle thinker for so long. You've been thinking about how this life would look on you. You've been thinking. And now you've been overthinking, because now you're scared. Now you don't know. Now you're like, I don't know. It sounds good to go to the gym at the beginning of the year. It sound good to lock in and to get that body weight and to be like, my neighbor, or be like the girl I see on Instagram, or be like the guy I see on Instagram. It's all cool. It's all cool. The momentum was good. You was thinking so hard. But then when that first day came and you might have went to the gym, yeah, went that first 2 days, 3 days, and then your body started to feel weight. You like, oh man, I don't know about this. My body hurting. I gotta go to work tomorrow. I don't know if I want to hurt my body and still go to work and all this. Listen, you've been a cycle thinker. And that's a beautiful thing because your brain is meant to be used. You're meant to think. You're meant to digest things for however long it takes you to digest it. I can't tell you to think about something for a day and you're gonna have it. Only thing I do tell you is to think. I can't tell you when it's gonna click in because if you don't want it to click in fast enough, it won't. But if you want it to click in like today, it will click in for you. Because you'll be that motivated to get to the answers, to get to, the success part. And it's not even that it's gonna come easy, but it is easy because success happens after you tackle one goal. You can have a list of 11 goals. 11 goals. Now, some people are gonna say, when I complete all 11, I'm a cycle breaker. But I'm gonna tell you something different. I'm gonna tell you if you got 11 goals and you tackle the first one, you're a cycle breaker. You're a cycle breaker. I'm just here to tell you that. I'm not gonna lie to you and say, hey, I need you to do all 11 goals and then you're gonna really break the cycle. No, I'm just gonna tell you if you break one goal at a time, one goal, starting with the first one, one goal at a time, and you tackle that thing and you just boom, boom. After you accomplish the first goal, you're a cycle breaker. Now we're gonna keep being cycle breakers and we're gonna accomplish goals 2 through 11. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that because we know what we want. We know what we want. And we want to be cycle breakers, but guess what? We can't overthink it because overthinking will have us doing nothing. I tell people all the time, too much talking will have people separated. Money will bring people together. And when I say money, I don't mean like the physical form of money. I mean money in value. I mean value. Talking makes people, but if you bring value to the table, if you bring value to the table, people won't never leave. People will never leave the table. But if you just talking, people gonna come down, eat, and they gonna leave the table because you just talking and you ain't putting no action. You ain't putting no plan to action. You just like, oh yeah, it sound good, and yeah, I should. No. Cycle breaker. We're gonna be cycle breakers because we achieving one thing off our goal. If we achieve one thing every month, hey, we breaking the cycle. Guess what? We doing better than what we was, and we thinking better than we was. And that's all we want in life. That's all you gonna want for life. Ain't nobody asking you to be a Michael Jordan, Serena Williams, or the rich people, Elon Musk, or Steve Jobs, or like any Zach Zuckerberg. Like nobody even is like, nobody wants you to be these people, right? And don't get caught up in trying to be these people, man. Be yourself. Like it's cool that they made millions. And if you read up on these people, they made millions different ways. They got their businesses and been billionaires so many different ways that it worked out for them. And that's one of those. It's one of those, like, congratulations, it worked. It worked, right? You can listen to them and you can get the formula, right? Yes, it's smart to listen to successful people who have done it, read the books and listen how they talk and all these things and hear what they have to say because it's key, because they did it, right? But I want to let you know one thing. The way that you're going to be successful and the way that you're going to grow your life and your business and your family is going to be different. It's going to be different. Now, the routines and some things that you take from those people may be the same. How you cutting off no TV and how you cutting off all your friends and how you're not doing a lot of things. That could be real true. You could change like that. You could be like, you know what, those things. But on how to be successful, some people open certain doors that you may be scared to open. Some people may have known people that you would never know to help them be successful. Some people may already had it planned out for them, and the only thing they had to do was continue to walk into it. You understand? You don't know, and I'm not taking from anybody that be successful because it takes hard work to be successful, no matter how you be successful. No matter if your family gave it to you, no matter if you hit the lottery, it takes still work. After you get the money, it still takes due diligence with the money to be successful. You just can't have the money and just be like, oh, well, he got the money. Well, what are you doing with it? Are you buying the real estate? Are you buying businesses? Are you have chains? What are you doing in the community? Are you foundations? What are you doing with the money? What are you doing? So it's just not about being successful. So yes, these people have done great things to be successful. I want to let you know, don't get discouraged because you're like, well, I don't know if I know any people that are millionaires, or well, my family didn't inherit me with $1 million, or I don't have a good degree to go to that college, or I don't have a degree to get that job. See, that's the problem right there. We have to figure out, listen, if you want to do those things, go do them. All means. If you want to go to college, go. If you want to be a lawyer, be it. If you want to be a doctor, be it. Wherever you want to be, go be it. But I want to let you know that guess what? Your thing and your time and your moment is going to come when you are ready. When you're ready. It ain't going to be like somebody else like, oh, Trey, I'm ready for you to do this moment. And da-da-da. See, because when they say it, I may not be ready. But when it clicks in with me like, you know what? I want to be a cycle breaker. I want to achieve more. You know what? I want to get there. Let me go tackle what I got to tackle. Let me go do what I got to do. Because, see, that's the reason why things are going to happen, because I'm making those changes. I'm making those shifts. I'm making those shifts because I want it. And that's why I said success is going to be different for everybody. Don't chase it because somebody else got it like that. You're like, man, how they got successful and, you know, I need to be like them. And, I'm not going to do it because they got all this. Don't get caught up in that. Caught up in having your 11 goals. And you tackle them one at a time. And that's how you're going to be a cycle breaker. That's how you're going to be somebody that used to do a lot of things, but you don't do them no more because you understand your worth and you understand where you're going. And if you really understand where you're going, a lot of people, a lot of places, a lot of things you don't have time for. You can't have time for when you're trying to go get what you want. You don't have time for that. You don't have time for friends and family and all that. You got time to grind. That's why a lot of successful people, the family members who understand the mission, who understand where they're trying to go, those are the people that's around. Those are the people that you see like, okay, they got a couple people from their family around because a couple people understood. A lot of them didn't. A lot of them was like, nah, you just like everybody else. It ain't gonna work for you. You ain't gonna get that business. You're not gonna get that storefront and have that daycare running, or you're not gonna get that storefront and have a clothing or an arcade game place. You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna have the place where they doing waxing or nails or real estate or buying property or selling cars. You're gonna think that's impossible. You're gonna think it's impossible, but it's not impossible. It's not, because you woke up and you have a chance and you have an opportunity to be different. That's what I'm saying. To all my young fellas that's in the streets, man. To all my young fellas in the streets, man. Hey, listen, you got a chance to break the cycle, man. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you got a chance to break the cycle. I know you've been hanging with them boys for quite a long time. I know they know everything about you. I know you know everything about them, and that's all you know. But I'm here to tell you that, guess what? They holding you back. They're holding you back from breaking the cycle because guess what? Not all of them want to break the cycle. They only want to break the cycle when it's convenient. They only want to say black people when one of their people get arrested for doing dumb stuff. You know, they don't want to say, you know, black people when black people is being treated badly after doing something great. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to let you know, all the street guys, man, listen, get out of that thing as quick as possible, man. Get away from them people as quick as possible. I'm telling you, get away from them people as quick as possible, because see, you're going to waste your whole time dealing with people that you was meant to be away from, because you ain't breaking the cycle. Because you're being a cycle thinker, and you done seen people die. You done seen people get into it. You done seen life. And I'm not just speaking for the people in the streets, but anybody in life, people that's regular, just with friends that you see ain't on nothing, people that's trying to bring you down. You can't be hanging around them and you want to break the cycle. You can't be trying to fix them. No. You fix yourself and you start making them moves. And guess what? If you be at the gym at 6 and they call you at 5:30 and say, hey, I'm going to come meet you at the gym at 6, you say, okay, I'll beat you there. But if you go to the gym at 6 and they call at 5:55 and say, hey, Trey, you mind if you come pick me up? I say no. I say no. Because what I got going on is more important than what you ain't doing. What I got going on is more important than what you ain't doing. So I don't care that you woke up at 6:45 and that you ready in 10 minutes and you 6:55, because I know the gym is at 6. I was up at 4:45. Because I'm dedicated and I got to go get that. So it ain't time for us to be like, oh, well, that's my friend and that's my brother and that's my people and I got to bring them with me. Okay, you keep trying to bring everybody with you. And you're going to see how full the boat gets before you even take off. And then you're going to realize that when you need utensil like gas, you need people to push the boat, etc., speaking in those terms, who's going to get off and push the boat? Who's going to have the gas money? Who's going to have these utensils for you to be successful and for them to be successful? Cycle breaker, man. Today. Shout out to the single women. Today you be cycle breakers to them kids, to kids that you're raising, that you're trying to figure out, hey, I want my kids to be good, but you know, I got that soft spot for them. Today is the day to break the cycle. Guess what, mom? You don't got to be whooping your kid, but you can put structure. You can put structure in your kid, how your kid talk to you, how your kid does things, how your kid respects others. You can break that cycle today where you're not letting that happen no more for your kid, because you want your kid to be respectful out here. Just for my dads out here. Today is the day to break the cycle that, hey, we on child support, or we don't see our kids and we just okay with that. No, today is the day we break the cycle. We call our kids, hey kid, we love you. Hey kid, mama, I'm sorry for the things that I did. Hey, I just want to see my kid. I just want to make this thing a full thing, because I know I grew up without my dad. I don't want that to happen for my kid. I want to break the cycle. Shout out to all the kids out here today that's going through things that don't got parents, that don't got people that love them. Hey, I know you're looking for love. I know you're looking for that attention. But guess what? The attention is not in the wrong things. The attention is in the great things. The attention is being the best that you can be. That's where your attention is going to come from. That's where your glory, that's where your reminders that you are a brilliant, genius person when you do positive things. You can break the cycle. Just because you grew up and your people died, or you know your people left you, guess what? You ain't alone. You can create a whole new family. I'm talking to you. You can create a whole new family. I know your sister and brother, your mom, everybody ain't right. But guess what? You can go find a new mama. You can find a new sister. You can have a new brother. You can do everything over. Don't worry about your past life. Don't worry about you was born into. If you was born into some bull crap, guess what? Now that you have able, you can go make a new life for you. You can go make a life that's beautiful, powerful. That's something that you created. Because guess what? Sometimes we born into lives that we had nothing to do with. We had nothing to do with who our people is and all these things. We had nothing to do with. We got to accept those type of things. And it may not be the best of things. I see some families out here that just ain't right. But you have the opportunity to change that, though. You have the opportunity to be a cycle breaker, because you don't like what you have been accustomed to, because you was a cycle thinker. And you've been thinking about those things like, man, I don't like this. And I don't like this, that we're not being successful. And I've been hanging around the same people for 10 years and we're not successful. And I've been talking to these same people and they don't want to move in this direction. They just want to keep going backwards. And they don't want to be the people that we know we can be. They want to be the people that they know they shouldn't be. Cycle breakers. Today, we're going to break the cycle. We're going to break the cycle because we don't want to live in denial anymore. We don't want to live behind anymore. We don't want to be in last place anymore. It is not because we don't have the utensils. We can be in first place because our mind is in first place, because our soul and our ambition is in first place. It's not because our money has to be in first place. Your money can be in last place, but your ambition, your dedication can be in first place. And guess what? You're going to be in a better position than somebody with money, because somebody with money is only bringing money. But you don't got money, so you bring in passion, you bring in dedication, you bring motivation, you bring inspiration, you bring success, you bring in goals to the table. And guess what? The only thing you're lacking is money, but you're going to get the money because you're going to keep grinding. LeBron said it. You got to strive for greatness every day, not Monday to Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Strive for greatness, because guess what? To be a cycle breaker, you're going to have to go above and beyond your means, above and beyond your means. You may be a quiet person, but to break the cycle, you got to talk. You might be a shy person, but to break the cycle, you have to be talking. You might be a person that don't like to go out in public, but to break the cycle, you may have to. You may not be a person that like to check your family and tell them, hey, when they're wrong. But guess what? You're going to have to be the person to break the cycle. You may not like to be a person that helps your kid do homework and all these different type of things, but guess what? You're going to be the one to break the cycle. I know. But we don't care about the excuses. Today, we're going to go break the cycle, man. Peace.